You're alive.
Hey, y'all, and welcome in the Collard Valley Cook Kitchen. And me and Chris both finally have a microphone. So I'm Tammy, and the cameraman is Chris, my husband. Say hello, Chris.
Hello.
And we are going to make some good old spoon biscuits. And not only are we going to do that, we're going to use my favorite biscuit mix in the world, Southern Biscuit Mix. It actually tastes like a homemade biscuit, for real. They have little bits of shortening. They have butter bits and shortening bits. So it's really, really good. And all you got to do is add your milk. And that's all there is to it. Y'all, this stuff makes the best pancakes, fluffy and tall, and cobblers and everything. And it has a bunch of recipes on the bag. So if you're in the store, most of the time, this is at the very top of the shelf or the very bottom on the shelf. And I'm going to let you see. Now, Chris, if you get real close, it won't focus, but you can see that butter piece right there and there. So it has little pieces of, instead of like specks that looks like in Bisquick, y'all, this stuff blows it out of the water. Trust me. So there it is. That's all there is to it. And
they show them the thing. So if you want to get it,
yeah,
they do make a flour. So if you make the flour, you can't make it the way we're doing this. It's different.
If you buy the flour. He
Right.
said if you make a flour.
Yeah.
So make sure you get the Formula L biscuit mix instead of their self-rising or all-purpose flour, because they do make those too.
Mm-hmm.
I know they have this at quite a few of the grocery stores, and if they don't have it, you could always ask for it because it's expensive to buy on Amazon, and y'all, it's worth asking the manager to put it in there. It's that good. All right, so we're going to pour some buttermilk in here. When you make a spoon biscuit, you use more milk than you would if you were going to cut out a biscuit or roll it in your hands. And that's the wonderful, easy way to make a spoon biscuit is with biscuit mix. And I know when I was in my teens and my early 20s, I could make a cutout biscuit, of course. Well, I could make a hand biscuit, but I made these more than anything else. It takes a lot of milk to make a spoon biscuit because you got to get it wet. So it's not runny. It's almost like a cornbread consistency if you've ever mixed up cornbread. So that's about how it is. You don't want it to be too runny or your biscuits are going to run all over the place. But if you do get too much in there, all you got to do is add a little flour to it. That's about perfect for a spoon biscuit. And I've got a little pan, and I think Chris was right. I don't think my pan's big enough. He said, Tammy, you didn't get enough big enough pan out for that many biscuits. And he is telling the truth. And this month, for our giveaway, if you go online, you can enter our giveaway. We are giving away USA baking pans. I did this last year about this time because it's getting to be the time of year for baking. And once the cool weather comes in, everybody's going to be baking. And then for the holidays, y'all, their pans are wonderful. Thick and so wonderful. So if you need some new pans, if yours look like mine used to, and these are so sturdy compared to the cheaper pans I've always grown up with. I've never had anything this nice till I got these. Lord, this is a lot of biscuits.
Mm-hmm. And here's why they're called spoon biscuits. You just take your spoon and put them out there.
Yep, and you just use a regular tablespoon.
Yeah.
This is just a regular tablespoon that comes with your silverware. And look, we went ahead and made quite a few of these because I'm going to put them in my Tupperware and seal it up, and we're going to eat them in the air fryer and just warm them up like we've been doing our biscuits since we figured out it worked really good. And that way we can have some during the week. And look, a lot of y'all want to freeze them and bake them later. But I'm telling you, the air fryer is amazing if you've got one to heat your biscuits up in. And you can go ahead and make your biscuits and put them in a container like that. Now this oven is on 500 degrees. I'm going to turn it down to 450, and I got it on convection. So that's really like a 450 convection is really close to a 500 regular setting instead of it being on convection. And you can make a spoon biscuit at 500. I'm going to go ahead and spoon these out because we're not going to waste them. And when those get done, I could put these in the air fryer, but I'm not going to turn it on when y'all are in here or it's going to be really loud to finish our breakfast for dinner. We're going to talk about syrup, and we're going to make some eggs, and we're going to actually put some cheese in them, and we're going to grate some cheese tonight. It's going to be a good supper. Not a big supper, but a good supper. I needed a picture for my cookbook for spoon biscuits. And so me and Chris said, well, that would be good for supper. So we decided just to make it. All right. Oh, I haven't started my sausage. Let's get over here and start our sausage. We are making Swaggerty sausage, of course, to go with it. And this is their premium regular sausage. It's the mild. And it has a really good flavor. If you've never tried it and you see this in the store, please pick it up and give it a try. And then when you do, make sure you comment on the video. And those of you that like Swaggerty, y'all can tell everybody how good it is because it really is delicious. And it comes, lots of times you can get it in the freezer section. And when it gets down this low, I can just slide those in a freezer bag. And that's what I'm going to do right quick. And then we could just put them back in the freezer. And so we just get out what we need and cook it as we need it. Now, I'm sure you could put this in the air fryer. Have you made these in the air fryer yet,
No.
Chris? That would be smart. I bet your daddy does.
No.
He don't?
No.
I think it would be good. We've made hamburgers in there before with just pre-made hamburger patties that you get frozen. And it works great. So I'm sure it would work with the sausage as well. All right, so we're going to make some eggs. And we got the sausage going. Make sure we got to wait on those biscuits. So it's going to take a couple of minutes, about 10 minutes or so. And that gives us time to talk about some syrup. We learned about cane syrup and sorghum syrup and molasses, and this is Golden Eagle syrup. It's different. This is what I grew up eating. And of course, I grew up on cane syrup. And we didn't really eat molasses growing up. Molasses is something that you put in like gingerbread and like a couple of my spice cakes. It's really, really rich. It's not real sweet. And we learned today that sugar, just granulated sugar, is made from sugar cane. And when they make the molasses, they cook down the sugar cane and the sugar crystals that form, they use sugar, and what's left is the actual molasses. Okay? And then if you want to make a cane syrup, they take the sugar cane, they juice it, they use that sugar cane juice and cook it down to a syrup. And so it's made separately at a different time. And that's what cane syrup is. They have kind of the same flavor, but the molasses is it's less sweet and it's lots more concentrated.
Strong.
Very strong. And then the Golden Eagle actually has corn syrup, cane syrup, molasses, and honey. It's my favorite probably in the world. We've tried all different kinds of syrup. We bought them. If we see something new, we buy it. This one actually is made in Georgia, in Statesboro, not far from us. And it is Lee's syrup, locally grown. So if y'all know that family, you can tell them we said hello.
And sorghum syrup is made with sorghum. It's not made with sugar cane
At all.
At all.
And I don't have any sorghum, or I would show it to
real
you.
strong.
And it's wrong. Yeah, it's strong too.
You need to cut this down a little bit?
Actually, no. I want it high.
Oh, okay. Cook it fast, huh?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I want to cook it fast because I don't think it's going to take real long for our biscuits to get done.
Okay.
And I want to get it brown.
You want me to cut the fan on?
I mean, not really. I think it's fine. Okay. All right, let's crack our eggs and slice some cheese. So now that I've talked to y'all and taught y'all about syrup, it's a little confusing, but the molasses and sugars made at the same time, and then the cane syrup is made separately, different. All right, so we're going to crack my eggs. We just got these from the chickens, just a few days, within a few days.
I got those today, I think.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
We're using our freshest eggs. There's a little blood spot in one. I can get it out. We don't mind them, but some of our viewers do. And let me tell you, our chickens get the best of the best. We give them those worms every night. Let me show them these worms.
Mealworms.
Mealworms. And they're expensive, y'all. So I get them through Amazon, and you can get them a lot cheaper through Amazon than you can get them at Tractor Supply. And so we order 10 pounds at a time, and they're dried mealworms for chickens and wild birds. Now, my wild birds haven't seemed to really be interested in those at all. They just don't seem to be interested in them. But now our chickens are crazy about them. And then we're going to, anyway, our chickens are fed good, and we feed them a high protein food, and they get out of their pen and scratch for bugs and worms and do all that stuff. So we're going to shred us some good mild cheddar to go in our eggs, and it's not going to take a whole lot. That's probably plenty enough for what we're doing. And while I got time, I'm going to put it in a bag. And you can wrap your cheese in foil if you're not going to eat it pretty quick, instead of putting it in a bag like this. But me and Chris will eat it. I want to make a casserole. I want to make a tuna casserole, so maybe I'll put it in a tuna casserole. But you can see the sausage is already getting done. I flipped it once already. And so it's nice and brown.
Pretty.
We could turn the light on. It is nice and brown. And I've turned it down a little bit. I'm going to throw my sausage back in the freezer. Put my cheese back in the refrigerator.
And for those of you that are talking about sopping up your syrup with your biscuit,
yes,
that always makes me think of what was his name? Jerry Clower, where he talked about them sopping. They'd sop so hard they sopped their plates in the floor and broke the plates, and their mama kept getting mad at them because they would sop the syrup so hard.
Did he really say that?
Yeah. Then she decided that she was going to nail the plates to the table because they kept breaking the plates. So she nailed them to the table, and they said they sopped so hard that they sopped the heads off the nails and then slapped the
Oh, good Lord. He was really telling a tall tale, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
That's a tall tale.
That guy was funny.
All right. Our sausage is ready.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. On the table and ready to eat. And we're going to start our, we'll look at the biscuits.
Let's check them out.
And then we're going to start the eggs.
Okay. Ooh, they're getting there pretty quick.
They're almost there. I'm going to turn it around because I don't know why, but this stove, just like any other, seems to brown quicker on the right side than it does on the left. and it always browns in the back before it browns in the front. So it's good to rotate them a little bit. By the time this is done, y'all, those are going to be perfect and ready to sop up some syrup with. Here, let's just go ahead and use this hot.
Okay.
This hot one, since I already got it hot. I'm talking about the cast iron's already hot under this, over this eye on this side and cold over there. So we're going to add a little butter. A little butter. We're going to mix up our eggs. We're going to put some cheese in them. Woo, there's nothing better. And this cheese is good because we just grated it. Mm-hmm. And I know you can buy grated cheese all day long, and most people do. That's why they sell a lot of it. But it does have a lot of stuff on it to keep it from sticking together. So if you want a creamy cheese, if you want your cheese to be creamy, like for macaroni and cheese or your eggs or a casserole or whatever you're making, if you really want creamy cheese, you need to shred it yourself. Okay? I don't put anything in my eggs but eggs. We have so many eggs, I don't need to fluff them up or add anything to it. And I know that a lot of y'all want me to fluff them, but I personally love them this way. This is the way I like my eggs. And I tell y'all that. Everybody's got a preference. And I remember when I first started the show, I used to think my preference was the best preference. I'm not kidding, I really did. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend to be somebody I'm not. But over the years of having this show, I realized how important it is for people to have their own preferences and eat the way they want to eat. Do the things they want to do.
Do what you like.
That's the benefits of growing up being an adult, is you get to make choices. And of course, you get to make choices in the kitchen too. So if you want to fluff up your eggs with milk or water or whatever it is you want to use, you go right ahead. But don't think yours is any better than anybody else's. It might be better to you, but to somebody else, it may not be. It's just according to what they're used to. And I like, when I scramble my eggs, I actually like them to be in bigger areas and pieces than a bunch of tiny little ones. I like to make sure it gets done too. Mm-hmm. Then I add my cheese. It's going to be plenty hot enough to melt the cheese. And there you go. That's all there is to it. Now, put the cheese on there. And you can stir it up in there if you want to. But I want y'all to see it. So that's how we're doing it tonight. Let's get these biscuits out. We can slide the other ones in. Take me, Marcy.
Perfect. Look at those biscuits.
Woo! We've been cooking pizza in there, and I smell it burning on the bottom.
Wow.
We always cook our pizzas right on the rack. We don't ever put anything under them. And when you make spoon biscuits, look how good they look. You flip them upside down, and what's so good about them, y'all, is if you like a crunchy, flaky biscuit.
That's it.
Woo! Spoon biscuits are the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
They are good, good, good. And they're going to be good and warmed up in the air fryer too. Y'all be careful flipping them over. I can pick up, it doesn't hurt me to do stuff like that to somebody else. It might. But it doesn't bother me to do that. Now what we're going to do is put some syrup on our plate. And I'm going to show you how to sop up your syrup with a biscuit. And you can use any syrup you want. You can use cane syrup, molasses, Golden Eagle, whatever you want to use. I'm going to use a little cane syrup since we talked about it tonight. And that's a lot of butter, so.
Yeah, that's a lot of butter for your syrup.
Make sure I got plenty of syrup on it.
Depends on what your taste is. Some people like a whole lot of butter. Some people like a whole lot of syrup. This is what my papa did every morning. Every single morning. Grandma would make biscuits, and he'd get his butter and syrup and mix it up on the plate.
Just like that.
Mhm.
And then you just take your biscuit. I can't turn that oven off because I got biscuits in there. Y'all, these are so light, crunchy on the outside, and just good and fluffy on the inside. If you've never had that biscuit mix, you need to try it. And of course, you can mix them up homemade. Now, if you mix them up homemade, you're just going to cut your shortening into your flour or butter, whichever one you want to use. Then you're going to add your milk and get it wet looking, not too wet, or they're really going to spread across the pan. But about like I had it. I don't know how to tell you other than it's about like cornbread when you mix it up. And bake them. So you can make them homemade too. You don't have to use the biscuit mix. But
And you really can't hardly mess it up. I mean,
well, no.
the only thing that's going to happen is if you make it too thin, is they're going to spread
Right.
out a lot.
But they're still going to taste good.
Oh yeah.
You might not have as much cloudy, puffy part in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Be like a cracker.
Oh my gosh, y'all. It is so good. I'm not kidding. You can sop up that. Even if you're diabetic, you can cheat once a year. Oh my stars. And just put it in your mouth, eat half of one.
Now, don't go to the doctor with your sugar through the roof and blame it on Tammy because she said you could have a biscuit once a year.
Just once. You got to do it just once.
You do what you need to do.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's worth just don't eat a bunch of them.
Yeah. Like I'm about to.
You can't get enough of it. It's so good. This I could just live off this tonight. I wouldn't even have to have the egg. But let's put a little egg on the plate. And it blends well with syrup too.
Now, if you really like honey, the Golden Eagle syrup has more of a honey.
Right.
Because it's got some honey in it.
It doesn't have that sorghummy flavor.
Yeah, this don't have any.
Let me show them how thick this is.
You mean the molasses flavor?
Yes, this is a new thing of molasses. I had one in the pantry, but I'm going to open up a new one because it's almost the holidays and I'll be using it. And here's my little handy dandy opener. And let me show you how thick it is. I'm going to show you with this knife because it's clean. Look at that. And y'all, it's really, really, really rich. See how dark it is? And it really has the same flavor as cane syrup, but it's just a lot stronger. Have it with my egg. A lot stronger. Daddy loved it.
And once you get a taste for that,
oh
that's what you want. Yeah.
Let me tell y'all this. When I was little, 1 year, 1 or 2 years, Daddy grew sugar cane. And more than 1 or 2 years, probably. I remember when I was really little, and he would grow the sugar cane enough that he could have it processed for cane syrup for our cows. And theirs was a lot like this, because I'm not going to lie, when I was a kid, I was out in the pasture, and about the only thing I got had sweet. And of course, you had a sweet tooth when you're a kid. You could find a few blackberries. I could find a plum on a tree. Our peaches never were any good. They always had worms in them. And sometimes I'd find some wild strawberries. So I was just like, I want to know what that tastes like. And I walked up to the big barrel, and the barrels were big and they were square, and they had a wheel on them.
I thought that was sorghum when you.
All I know is Daddy grew cane syrup every year when he had that made for the cows.
Yeah.
And they would go up to it and lick it. And I went up to that thing and I turned it.
Yeah.
I put my finger in it, got me a lick, and y'all, It was not good. Those cows loved it.
Tammy was eating with the
But
cows.
I did not go back and get another leg. I can tell you that.
Okay.
But I mean, it was worth a try.
Hmm.
You got to try everything once. So anyway, I hope y'all have enjoyed tonight.
Don't forget
And
your sausage.
oh my gosh,
No, it's right here.
I'm not even.
Yeah.
I'm so intrigued with my
The syrup.
syrup and my butter that I forgot about my delicious sausage. Now I'll tell y'all a sausage story too, because I mean, you know, it's time to tell stories, and these are not tall tales like Chris talked about.
Excuse me.
When we were kids, we had a hog barn, and Daddy would get hundreds of hogs when I was little, and it had a lagoon. It smelled terrible. And every time Daddy would get in new pigs, he would let the girls, us girls, there were 2 girls and 2 boys. The girls didn't get to do the things the boys did. We never got to see a cow have a baby. He would not let us watch. And he would not let us have anything to do with the pig pen, the hog barn. And so we did get to go see the pigs when they were babies. He took us up there and let us run around in the pen with them when they were babies. But that's the only time the girls got to go. And I'll never forget, when you top that hill, you could start smelling that lagoon. It smelled bad. But y'all, we had the best sausage. And this sausage at Swaggerty, I am not exaggerating, reminds me of the sausage that we made when we were young. It is so good. It has a lot of flavor, and they do not skimp. So y'all give it a try. It might be $2 or $3 more for a big box. Buy it.
Yeah, we've
because
had a
it'll
lot
be
of people,
worth it.
We've had a lot of people say it reminds them of their
Sausage growing
homemade,
up.
Yeah, sausage.
Yes. It's the only sausage that reminds me of the sausage we had growing up. And we always had sausage and beef. We had beef cattle. And so we got all of our meat from what we had on the farm. Y'all have a wonderful. Now, we did not kill our chickens and cook them, thank God. But that was it. I hope y'all had a great time with us on a Sunday night. And may you have a blessed week. And we thank you for watching Collared Valley Cooks, where we cook like our mamas did. Bye, y'all. Love you.